Now let us look at one more example on earned value analysis. So suppose we have a project with a single task, that is task A, with an estimated time of 100 hours. So that is a planned time of completing this task here, that is 100 hours, and we have a hourly cost of 100. Okay, so 100 per hour is the cost, and it is estimated at 100 hours work. So, and the current status of this activity is that it is executed for 110 hours already. The estimated time is 100 hours and it is executed for 110 hours and still not complete. So, and the remaining time required is 10 hours to complete the entire task A. So this is already behind the schedule. So estimated time is 100 hours and it's saying 110 hours is already executed. So now we will calculate the cost with respect to budgeted versus actuals, right? Now the first cost we can calculate is, as per our parameters, actual cost of work performed. Okay, so before that we have this budgeted cost of work scheduled, that is nothing but planned value. So how much we planned for is, we planned for 100 hours and each hour cost 100, so it is 100 into 100, that is 10,000 is the cost that is planned for, that is scheduled for this activity A. Okay, so, and coming to the actual cost of work performed, nothing but actual cost. So as of now it was executed for 110 hours and we know hourly cost as 100, so that is 100 into 110, that is 11,000 is the cost that we incurred. Okay, so now we will calculate the percentage completion of work till now. So it is mentioned that as part of the current status, so it was executed for 110 hours, but we need 10 more hours to complete it, that is total 120 hours it is needed to complete the job. So that means the percentage completion of work we can say is 110 by 110 plus 10. So out of 120 hours, 110 hours work is performed, which comes to 11 by 12, which is 91.667%. This is the percentage of work completed. And now since this is a percentage of work completed, based on our costing 100, this will cost, so that is nothing but our end value, which is 91.667% into 100. It is nothing but 9166.7. This is the budgeted cost of work performed, or end value till now, the current status after executing by for 110 hours. Okay, so now we will calculate the schedule variance as well as indexes as well as cost variance from this data. The schedule variance SV is nothing but, so budgeted cost of work performed minus budgeted cost of work scheduled, so which comes to 9166.7 minus 10,000, which comes to minus 833, and the cost variance is budgeted cost of work performed minus actual cost of work performed, which comes to 9166.67 minus 11,000, which is minus 33. This is the cost variance. So similarly, if we calculate SPI, the scheduling performance index, which is budgeted cost of work performed by budgeted cost of work scheduled, which comes to 9166.7 by 10,000, which is 0.9167667, can say 67, and the cost performance index is budgeted cost of work performed by actual cost of work performed, which comes to 9166.7 by 11,000, which is 0.833. So you can clearly see that this schedule variance as well as cost variance are negative, which means this is behind schedule and over budget. Similarly, the same was indicated by scheduling performance index, which is less than 1, meaning behind schedule, and cost performance index less than 1, which is over budget. So based on the data given, we can derive these values like this, and we can say that this activity is over budget and behind the schedule. So this also can be plotted on a graph. I will show you how to plot that on a graph. So for a project manager, he can cumulatively every week, if he is reviewing as part of project monitoring and control, so he can draw this on a graph, the cumulative project cost, in this way. So the x-axis is cumulative project cost, and the y-axis is the time. So indicates the origin, indicates the start of project, and it shows the, say this shows the end of project. So as per our planned value or budgeted cost of work schedules, we can say that the cost is structured like this, and this is the planned value or budgeted cost of work scheduled as per the plan. This is what the cumulative project cost looks like from the start to end of the project. So it's increasing like this and it's ending here at the end of the project. Suppose this is how it is looking. So we are at currently, say, on day 2. So from the start and end, between start and end, we are at day 2 in the previous example what we are discussing. If we are at the end of day 2, so we need to represent our remaining cost. So this is the planned value at this point of time, planned value of our budgeted cost for work scheduled. So whereas our actual cost might look like this. This is the actual cost, or nothing but actual cost of work performed. So we didn't perform the amount of work which is required, and we are, so it shows we need to, as per the planned value or budgeted cost of work scheduled, we should be performing this much work, and the cost should be this much, whereas our actual cost is less. And if we plot the end value, so based on the work that we performed, so that comes to here, that is end value or budgeted cost of work performed. If you see this point shows that by this end day 2, by the end of day 2, this is the budgeted cost of work scheduled, but the work we performed, the end value is this much, whereas the actual cost is this much. So this is the cumulative project cost for all these 3 parameters during the start of project to end of the project. So this can be tracked at every point of time, in that case say daily or weekly based on the project type, and see how the costs are performing when compared to each other. So for every data that we are looking, we can plot this type of graph and see so where they are looking for when dealing with a large scale projects.
For engineering services general studies video lectures, visit www.iesgeneralstudies.com. For mechanical engineering video lectures and question and answer discussion, visit www.getnet.com.